Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Your final stream from the leather pocket for the Canadian Men's 9-Ball Championships. Stephen Holem v. Eric Horlifson. My name's Grant, sitting beside, of course, Mr. Ben Francis. How are you, Ben?
Good. Was not going to miss this one. We got a barn burner final.
And a changing of the guard, so to speak.
We're going to have a new champion this year.
A new champion.
John Mora was knocked out by Stephen Holem in the previous round by a score of 9-6. Well, 9-7, rather.
9-7, yep.
And Eric Orlifson comes through via score of, 10. It was a race to 10. Stephen won 10-7. Eric won 10-5.
Jason Kasheanu.
Jason with a great tournament.
Yeah, really well done by Jason there.
It's a bit
good showing.
Bit of a two-way shot here, I think, from Eric. He kind of knew.
Yeah.
If he was going to miss that ball, he's going to overcut it, but he overcut it by a lot. And we are live on Facebook and YouTube, so make sure you guys share that stream.
Indeed.
Click the thumbs up on the YouTube.
A finals not to miss.
Yeah, they're playing for a substantial amount, too. $7,000 for the winner, $4,000 for the runner-up.
Difference of $3,000 in prize money, plus the coveted title of the Canadian Men's 9-Ball Champion.
They're both going to get pretty cool trophies, but one's a little bigger than the other one and says champion, so, you know, that's important.
Well, I mean, really, the end of the day, they both get a jam-up jersey, so they've already won.
Ooh, that is a win in my books. Can never have too many jam-up jerseys.
Right.
Okay, so he took a flyer at that one. You can't blame him. Kind of makeable jump shot. He didn't miss it by a ton.
Well, we'll see whether the dynamics of the match prior have any contributing factor to this matchup between Stephen and Eric, and see if Stephen can kind of amp down a little bit.
I will say, just the way it went, Eric looked more in control of his emotion through the whole match previous and through the whole break.
Yeah.
Where Stephen was pretty amped up. It's hard not to be. I mean,
I
would be pumped too. It'd be hard to come down from that.
Well, we'll see whether it has any negative contrast or whether it becomes something he could fuel.
Yeah, it could really fuel him, you know.
Either way, you've got to get your emotions in check, not be too high.
With his name, and it drives him nuts, eh?
I know, right?
He had Lem on the scoreboard once. Only Lem.
Only Lem?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, oh, he's real serious about this last name.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
he took a flyer again, and I think he might get away with it.
Yeah, he's covering the correct half. But yeah, I think it might fuel him, but it's more likely to have a negative effect.
I think in the early stages of the match, it might have.
He's so seasoned, I think he'll be okay.
Because I don't know. The first two shots that we've seen out of Stephen, he's kind of taken a flyer at. And I don't think if he was kind of in his normal, steady state that we would see that.
Yeah, he might be like a little more calculated. Taking a little longer. But he'll steady in. I mean, both these guys got to be pretty amped up here. Eric, too. It is the final, playing for quite a bit of money, and there is a chance that the winner of this could be going to Saudi Arabia in 2026 to play the World 9-Ball. The winner of the Canadians always has a chance to get a spot in the World Championship. Oh, that's extremely misplayed.
Yeah, didn't want the connection with the cue ball on the 7. That held up nice. Eric with a really good opportunity for rack number 1.
You gotta love that. Joe trying to get some side bets already on his brother there. He's got taking Holem, and he's asking for a PM for some side bets. And thanks, Adam, for tuning in. Ratha, Royce Kwan in the YouTube chat. Long time no see, pal.
Indeed.
Diana.
And once again, if you're just tuning in, rack number 1, give that share button a lot of love. These players deserve it.
Race to 11 this time. Ooh.
Little tickle there almost cost him the position.
Well, it did a little because he's got a bit straight too, but yeah, just one race to 11 here. Let's see who's going to be the champ. We had 64 players start this weekend. We're down to 2.
If my information is correct, Joe, I think it's DJ.
It's Martin Daigle.
Martin Daigle. That's right.
He knew it. He just wanted me to say it out loud. I know what you did there, Joe. It's not the winner of this, but it should be. But they needed a name a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So we had, well, not we, CBSA had to give them a name. And, ooh.
A little outside.
They gave them the runner-up from last year, which was Daigle, because Mora already has a spot. Whether through invite or being top 100 on the money list, Mora
was in no matter what.
So then it goes to the next player in line, which in this case was Martin Daigle.
Good on him.
Diana's predicting 11-8 for Eric. Well, Diana, you got to message Joe Spence. Get a little side bet.
Yeah.
He'll take that.
Thank you, Regis. Good to see you again as well. As always. Oh, maybe a little under hit here from Steven. 7-ball going to hamper him a little bit. I don't see it being much of an issue for him.
No, he should be okay. I think he's just queuing beside it. Oh, and Hewitt was runner-up. Okay, well, Joe would know. We need a CBSA official to confirm or deny. And yeah, I know you're a bit upset, Joe. I'm with you there, pal.
Does the 8 go clean past the 9?
Oh, yeah, for sure, especially on the new cloth. The score with Mora and Holem the previous round was 10-7. Match was really, really close the whole way. They just kept it neck and neck the whole way. And then Steven kind of pulled away near the end. It was like 8-5, 8-6. Yeah.
Similar to what happened in Eric and help me, Ben.
Jason?
My brand. Yep.
Yeah, it was real close, and then Jay just pulled away. Yeah, it was like 5-5.
5-5, and then Eric 5 on the trot.
Yeah, Eric pulled away. Yeah, you can tell we're both a little tired, hey?
Oh, my brain's cooked.
Cooked brain.
It is available for purchase.
Cheap price,
it's
discount
all
rate.
yours, right?
So what does he do here? Does he try to power draw this one around? Because I don't think he can just stop right there, and I don't think he can just bounce off the side rail.
Well, it looked like he was trying to just move that 8 a touch coming around.
Yeah.
It looks a little tight with that 8 going past the 9 ball.
I think he's going to power draw this one around, and I think the 8 just goes. Yeah,
you are
1,
correct.
2, 3 around. Needs it to hold up a little, but this is perfect.
Yeah, that's dead
if
perfect.
It only slops in, this is exactly where you need to be.
Miriam Lafranchise, how are you?
Oh, there's a
We'll
Canadian
see you in September.
There's a Canadian champ. Joe with a nice 9th through 16th finish at this tournament. Congratulations, Joe. Steven with the first rack on the board here. Good sign for the Holem fans. He is a very good front runner. And I mean very, very good. A lot of good players are, but he is very much like see the finish line and sprint to it.
Yeah,
and if you let him get free flowing, he's so tough to stop.
I agree.
We had some really great sponsors of this event. Pagalion.net. Go check them out. He's got his chalk on there, but he's also got T-shirts, hats, all kinds of stuff like that.
Main sponsor, Performance Auto Calgary, Inc. It's a little bit of a mouthful, but go check them out. Make sure you give them some love.
Okay, let's watch this one ball. On the side, he misses
short,
it, but he
but he
makes the wing ball, and the one goes over the hole.
Jinx, you owe me a pop.
Well, not over the hole, but he's got to look at this one pretty comfortably, I think.
Yeah, a little bit of a tester to start, more so than what he would like to see, but I don't see it really holding him back any.
I wonder if he crashes into the 2 or if he tries to, hold it or come around for shape or something.
Yeah. Maybe to the left side and put the 2 into the top right-hand corner.
Yeah. If he just holds it, yeah. That's what I'm curious what he'll do here. Jar Hat on the YouTube, he wants to know if there's a bracket online. It's on Digital Pool under the heading 2025 Canadian Championship. Oh, he's coming around. Look out, 3 ball. Ooh, the
Safely
spin.
passed.
Yeah, the spin died just enough. He's okay here.
Yeah. Avoid that 6 ball at all costs.
Should be able to, like, touch of inside. And the nice thing is the 5 is down there not too far from the hole, so he doesn't have to do too much. Marvin, there's only 2 players left. This is it.
You're watching them finals right now. You tuned in at the perfect time.
That was nicely played. I think
well played.
Pretty much just played it with the top. He didn't flirt with the inside too much, which is
yeah.
a good
Might have
thing
to just kind of touch draw this a little. I think he's got a little of the outside angle here. Try and shoot the gap between the 8-9 maybe.
Yeah.
Push the 9 out of the way too.
Or he
Could
just
do that.
flicks the 9. Yeah. Yeah, just a little flick of the 9's okay there. He's never really ending up behind it or anything crazy.
Is he straight in on the 5?
I think he can cheat it a little one way or the other.
He's got a little cheat.
Or just power draw it straight back with a little inside spin. As we saw in the previous rack, he's got the stroke for those kind of shots.
He sure does.
Yeah, Steven got Johnny. That's right. Eric Orlison beating Jason Kishinu. A little luck near the end, yeah.
Yeah, nice little jump shot, and that got him the break. And then it was the 9 ball off the snap.
Yeah, at 9.
To punch the ticket.
9-7. I was standing behind my friend Joshua here, another regular, who was cheering for Steven too, And I said, 9 in the side. And it banked in the side. And Josh is like, you knew it. It's like, wow, it's just a wishful guess, right?
Yeah, well, and we did capture both those moments, the jump shot and the 9 on the snap. It's at the end of the last stream.
That game where he made the jump, that was probably the weirdest game that either one of those
Oddly
two
played
the
on the
tournament.
7 for
They
sure.
both played it very weird. The whole game was like that.
Yeah.
Even before you guys probably panned over, you missed all the weirdness before.
Yeah, we definitely missed the weirdness. We just caught the shot, the roll up on the 7 ball to
it was just
kind of hook himself on the 8.
It was
I was
just
like, wait
weird.
a minute.
John was out before that, and John hooked himself on the 7, like really weird.
Wow.
Like kissed the 9, come around off 2 rails, kissed a piece of the 9 and hooked himself. It was the weirdest thing.
Wow.
Well, shout out to Alan Wang, who's a regular here at LP with Bubble Mania Cafe. Thanks, Alan, for chipping in with the added money and supporting the event.
Yeah, and make sure you're really important to, go and thank all the sponsors of the event, whether that's here or any event.
Yeah, like Lackno Billiards, who did an awesome job on these tables leading up to this event. But you'll see we're going to advertise for him all year, and we're very proud to do it. He comes highly recommended. You see he's getting that 9 ball moving, hey?
Yeah, he is.
That's
He's hunting.
Well,
hunting
that's what
for
you
it.
want to do.
You're
not trying to make it.
No.
You're
Well,
just
you're
trying
giving
to
yourself
get
the chance.
cue ball
Yeah.
to stay near the middle.
Yeah.
It's just the easiest way to control where the cue ball is going. Otherwise, the cue ball is just flying, right? So you just try to, send it into the 9. Yeah, it'd be nice if it goes in, but, yeah, just trying to make the 1 and control the cue ball a little bit. That's all there is to this break. And then you hope you get a shot on the 2, which I'm a little surprised he played the bank.
Fairly sure he was trying to play the 2-way, missed that pro side, gained shape on the 3.
I thought he might consider the cut.
Yeah.
Because he's got
Back
such a
and
good
forth.
eye for those cut shots and good control. Look out.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's going to get past it.
Yeah. A little fortunate
I
there.
don't think he was playing to this side of the ball yet. That's right. Little fortunate.
But Big Red with a a good chance here. Put himself on the board.
I'm a big fan of Big Red's game. I love how he plays. His
Oh,
style
he
is
just
easy
gets
to watch.
down and goes to work.
Yeah, he's got a very easy game to watch.
Yeah. Pretty smooth on the delivery of the cue.
Well, and yeah, not just his rhythm, but he has nice technique.
Yeah, he does.
You see it there.
Yeah.
Like his timing is really, really great. And for a big guy, that's not so easy.
It is definitely not.
You know, it's no secret that big guys are not as coordinated, right? They tend to be like gazelles, right?
Right?
But this guy has got
He's bucking the trends.
He's got all the coordination. If anybody's watched him play, he's super smooth.
Indeed. Alex Walker?
I was just
is that
gonna
really
say,
you?
I thought this guy. I was just thinking about him the other day. I thought I better message him. It was a fleeting thought. I don't know what happened to that thought, but I hope you're doing okay, pal.
He's been too busy out hunting jackalope.
Yeah, that's right. That's the jackalope hunter himself. Okay, Red getting himself in this finals.
He's on the board.
2-1. The crowd likes it.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll see a runaway. You might see maybe 2-game differential at some point, but I really doubt it's going to be a runaway.
Yeah, you have to figure it's like 11-8 for somebody, and I don't even know who. I'm not even sure who it's going to be.
Well, thank you, Calcutta Dom. We appreciate it more than you know. The sentiment is good enough as far as that goes.
And the tip is just share the stream. That's all we're asking out here.
Yeah.
We're not asking for donations. As nice as those are sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
I got a millionaire boss. I wish you would give me a donation.
Right. I've often toyed, and I think both of us have at certain points throughout the history of Q Sports Live, whether we do a subscription model. Yeah. I don't want to do pay-per-view.
No.
That is off the table.
Oh, way off the table. Yeah. But
I don't mind a subscription
still on
model.
the table a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's oh, look at this. The combo's dead.
Well, it must be.
Yeah, because there's no way he would risk shooting this.
Or it's just a
super
two-way,
dead.
right?
No, it's so dead.
Wow.
You'll take all the quick wins you can get when you're this far.
Yeah. A quick one on the board.
You know who else will take all the quick wins we can get? I blew it when I said we, didn't I?
Right.
Yeah, we'll take them. Give us some more combos. Grant and I are a bit tired. We'll get out of here early, no problem.
Oh, no doubt.
Oh, old account that was hacked, and he couldn't find me on this account. I'm the easiest guy to find in the whole world.
Although there are a few that have your name. There are a few Ben Francises out there.
Yeah, but how many of them are pool players? How many of them? Yeah, no, I'm easy to find.
Do you know how many Grant Zemps there are out there?
Not many, yeah.
2.
There's
and they're both my own profile, but I can't remember the login for the
there's
original.
Probably one out there somewhere.
You know,
there you go. He got the 1 that time. That's what he's looking for.
Yeah, didn't get shape on the 2. So if you're just tuning in, the format of the event, 1 on top, 9 goes on the spot, and then the 2 ball floats around and changes position. And I love it.
Yeah,
I
I'm a big
love
fan.
the challenge of what it's presented here.
I'm a big fan. I've always been the kind of player like a rack the 2 at the back.
Yeah.
When we play 1 on the spot. And it's to make it so it is random. Like I have no idea how to play shape on the 2. You know?
Yeah.
But I have seen players rack it at the top and pattern rack and all that stuff, and I hate it. I hate that.
That's an interesting shot there from Steven.
Very interesting push-up.
I think Big Red takes this cut on. This is natural path to a round for the 3.
It is pretty thin. I think he probably plays safe, and Steven is thinking he'll like the next jump better than he liked the jump he had this time. Like I think he tucks under the 3-4 so easy he can't turn it down.
Yeah,
right?
true enough. Yeah.
Or maybe
little underhit.
Steven knew he was going to underhit it. He kind of like trapped him a bit there.
A lot underhit.
This wouldn't be the first time these 2 gentlemen have played. I do believe they played in the final of this a few years ago. I think Steven won the 8 and the 10 ball and was looking at winning all 3. And I believe Big Red stopped him. Somebody out there in the comment line could probably quote me on that. Exactly, David Wilson. There's none of them that are 4'8", because I'm not 4'8" either. But thank you, sir. I'd be probably better at pool if I was 4'8", to be honest.
I'll tell you, I think you've
right
got
down
the
on the
ideal
ball.
height.
Yeah, I really do. They built cues for players that are 5'4", and
Yes.
I'm 5'5". So, perfect.
Well, and I think just with your build, I think you are the ideal. If I had to build my ideal pool player,
Yeah, it's
probably
probably the
be
same
shaped just
size.
like you.
It has to be John Mora. Like, he's lean and he's, just the right size. Alex Pegulion's good size for pool, too. He's not burning too much energy when he's running around the table.
Sean Blomley, my good man. Been a minute. Glad to see you're back on with us.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I knew somebody out there would know, and it was Mikey Isaac. Thanks, buddy. Like 3 years ago, Big Red beat Steven in the final of the 9-ball to stop him from the Triple Crown.
I really like what Big Red was thinking there. I'm sure he tried to tuck him in between that 3-4.
Yeah, he was hunting in between it, yeah. But he's left a bit of an opening here for Steven to cue at this ball clean and maybe play a good safe. Oh, he's extremely misplayed this one. I think he's trying to bank the 2 all the way up table, and he got it like halfway there.
I think they're trying to play keep away from the easy make on the combination to the 5.
Ideal pool player's jackalope hunter. Well, still a tricky one here, right? This back cut, blind pocket.
Eric's pretty good at this, though.
Oh, he passes it. I would have never expected him to pass it.
Well, not the intended safety, but he got away with it.
Can we see the overhead? I don't think he's got cover here. I think he could cut this in the side. Oh, yeah.
Oh, by long shot.
Yeah. So.
Well, ideally, you just chip and make the 5-ball.
Yeah, you just you can follow it in a lot, or you can end up shooting the 2 out of the jaws. We'll see. There's some safety options here, too, of course.
There is, yeah.
But I kind of like the attack here a bit. I can't tell how thin it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just too thin to go for,
Yeah, I don't mind him taking the carom, right? Just play the cue ball off the rail first, if you can. Past the 3. But we'll see. He's got a lot of options.
Yeah, he does. And that's one thing you love to have when you're a pool player,
Yeah.
He tried to stun.
Straight safe.
Tried to stun by to cover using the 3 and send the 2 safe. He got neither one of them correct.
Yeah, it's open hit. Don't know whether Big Red will draw off that 2 to make the 5-ball.
And judging by how he played the last shot, he's not attacking here.
I agree.
Because he had a chance to attack the shot before, and he passed it.
Probably send that 2-ball all the way back up table.
Yeah, use the 9 for cover maybe. Okay, you use the 9 for
the
cover
other way,
other way, and it's not going to work out. But
well, there's some distance.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of distance.
This is almost, it could be a free shot. Like, you can try to cut this in, and if it doesn't go in, it can cover behind the 6 a lot.
A lot of the time.
Or you can take the sure thing, although it's far away, you can tuck him underneath the 6 with the cue ball, which is what he's doing.
Under the 8.
8.
That will
really
do.
Good shot. Very, very good shot.
It's a 1-rail kick off the right side rail for Big Red. Oh, he's going left side rail. Either which.
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
Yeah, that's really good. He kicks like a mule.
That's a high-level kick there that he just played.
Yeah. Steven does have it off the rail.
Yeah. Get the cue ball back down here after that. You hit the right side of the ball. Perfect speed.
Well, I think this is the 3rd time we've had Eric on the stream. And he's been kicking like a mule. Didn't see what happened there. I was paying attention. Oh, Stephen caught it thick, leaving it for Big Red.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of pressure out there, so there are some extra safeties because there's more value in the safety, knowing that your opponent is very nervous.
Of course.
So
the title on the line,
leaving
cash
them
difference
long,
of 3,000.
Yeah, exactly. He'll leave them like 9 feet away. There's going to be some nerves, and you can see it because they're losing control of the cue ball a little with position here and there. You can see some of the nerves. But Red looking good here to get this to 3-2.
Yeah, and just getting down to work, taking really no time. Straight draw here, back to where he's at would be ideal.
Yeah, perfect. Stunning around off 2 rails, a little short, but he's okay.
A little off pace, but I do like that he used the second rail.
I just wanted to say one time that Red's a little short.
Yeah. Da-da-da, ting.
Yeah, he was never missing that.
Yeah. Three to 2.
Okay, we're wishing a happy birthday to Brian Sterling from Diana. Happy birthday, Brian.
Indeed. Happy birthday.
Brian Sterling. Yeah, $3,020 difference. Don't forget the 20.
Don't forget the 20. That's important.
That is important.
And the jam-up jerseys.
Ooh, the jerseys.
Right?
Not to be
That's
forgotten.
got to be more importanter than the $20.
Yeah.
All right, Big Red leading us off, rack number 6.
He had the one figured out in the last match. I was watching it from the
he
sideline, and I heard him talking outside on the break. He said, I can't get a shot, but I don't really care. I just need to make the one. Like, I'm glad I'm just making the one. Like he said, making the one's good enough.
Well, the table's dressed up nicely here for Steven. Couple rails around. He's got to play it a little touchy, though. Got to shoot the gap between the 9 and the 6.
Yeah, very touchy off a couple of rails. This shot coming right across the line. Right across the position line, so speed's going to need to be at a premium here.
Well, and dead smack middle table would be ideal.
Yeah, that's the only saving grace here is that's a nice target that most players are very comfortable getting to. Looks good.
A little far.
Let's check that other angle. Let's see. Ooh. Yeah.
I don't think he's got it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think so.
He's a little over pace.
We'll see what kind of safety he's got in
He's
mind
queuing
here.
down in it pretty quick. Looks like he's trying to throw this in.
Sometimes he just sees a safety right away and he shoots it like pretty quick and surprise you.
Well, he
He's
could
been
draw
known
and
to do
tuck
this to me where I think like, oh, he's going to shoot this? No, he just plays this shot. And I go, oh, how'd you see that so quick?
Draw and tuck it under the 9 ball. Nice shot.
Yeah, that is a good shot.
So, Eric, the availability of both rails, going to have to put some left spin on the ball if he chooses to go off the right.
Oh, I like this point that Mike Isaacs brought up. It's the best payout the Canadian Championship's ever seen. Yeah, it definitely is.
It is, and that
never had 10,000 added.
Yep. Give all the praise to the leather pocket for that one.
Yeah, and the sponsors kicking in. It was a village effort.
As this whole event has been, the staff have been amazing, done really, really well here.
It's been nice to see Sonia around taking pictures with everybody that's collecting a check today. Oh, look at this.
Wow.
I got away with one there. I mean, he hit the correct side of the ball, so.
Oh, no, he's welded.
When you hit the correct
He's not getting
side,
to the 2.
Sometimes you get a little lucky. He's got the 2 rail hit here, though. I don't think the 1 rail is good because you're jacked up.
Yeah, go off the end rail, the right side rail.
Yeah.
spin it up.
Yeah, and he'll be able to read this one okay, 'cause he'll use that little parallel shift system.
Oh, he's going one the other way.
Yeah, well, he's a bit taller, a bit of longer fingers, so maybe it's more
I don't
comfortable.
like it. It puts too much top on the ball because you're kind of hampered over the 9.
Real hard to judge the bend.
I
there.
like
It's gonna
I like
bend a
your
little.
shot. Yeah, I like your shot better.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. He might have thought more good things could happen going that way. Like he could get more separation. Maybe the cue ball stays down there more. I don't know. Might have saw something else. Nonetheless, pretty good chance for red.
Uh-oh. Ooh, I thought he was into the drink.
Yeah, he looked like he was flirting with it a bit. See
Well,
if he can draw straight back here to get on the 4. If he's got a little angle. He's looking like he has a little angle, yeah. So he can't get to the other side of the 6, so he's got to take the middle table angle. Another touchy one. We saw Steven overrun this one coming across the line. Let's see if red can get it right. Yeah, he's a little too far to the left. Yeah.
A little flat on the draw, I think.
Pretty easy safe, though,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Some left spin on the cue ball. Just a nice little touch draw under the 7, I would think. Send the 4 back down table. Maybe the 4 is a little closer to the 7 than what I think.
Oh, he went for the throat. I don't know about that shot. It
Yeah.
looked too thin to me.
I agree.
Yeah.
Tried to go for the jugular and it punched back.
Yeah, it just looked like the safety was a higher percentage, I think. But I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, sometimes can be difficult to tell. Same as this shot here from Steven. He's going to have to go around the world here, avoiding all the traffic. 4 to the 5. Well, needs to hurry up. A little bit short, but
good safe coming up.
Yeah.
Though. Yeah, he's got a real good quality safe. When you're close to the object ball like this, you can really control the safety. Because you can control the hit on the object ball so precise. Like this, so thin. He made a mess of this. He should have been behind the 7 or the 8 or something down there. You know, I don't think he's trying to hold using the 9. I'm sure he's not using the 9 there.
Well, it's a containing safety.
Well, because he could have afforded to hit it like a little thicker and send the cue ball flying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He might get punished
Just
for this behind the 7.
something like this.
Yeah. He's going to get punished for coming up short there.
Well, you might see the short stick come out here.
Yeah, let's see that other view. Oh, he's definitely going over the whole ball. But as we've seen, oh, and he's going to kick. Okay. Pretty comfortable off that rail, and it's got more safeties, or maybe he can fluke it.
This is going to lay up. Lay up and be sweet for.
Yeah, should have
Big
3-3. I mean, we've had a lot of close matches. Be nice to see this one real close, too.
I agree. Why not Hill?
Why not?
For the finals.
Why not, indeed.
Tic-tac-toe for Eric Horlifson to square the match. Draw this off that right side rail, just past the side pocket. Goes across instead. Gotta go.
Yeah, he just got there. He's okay.
Yeah. A touch short of pace, but it won't slow him down none. Tie ball game. 3 apiece.
Nice match so far, these guys.
Indeed. And I know I've mentioned it a couple times in this stream about the Jam Up jerseys. This is it, the official event jersey for the Canadian Championships, both for the men and the women. It is available on jamupapparel.com. We will pull that off at some point. We'll have it up as soon as this one's ready. jamupapparel.ca. Coming soon. I would say within the next week and a half or so.
Cue ball towards that side too, but he got the one. That's all he's looking for. Like the 2 ball went in as well, so he's shooting the 3. It's pretty thin, but I do think he goes for this one.
Into that right side pocket.
Yeah, because shape is there.
Does he collide with the 6 at all, do you think?
I think he's going to just miss the 6, yeah.
That could bring the 8 ball into play.
Yeah, it really could. Oh, or he could miss it. Oh, and look at that. He got right on the 6. Get in, 3 ball, says Steven. Get in there. Make him shoot again.
Try to get you in a little bit closer here.
Love this Mike K in the YouTube chat. Got our back with this guy's like, well, good safeties, you know, when they have an open shot, that's not enjoyable to watch. Nobody's going to pay for that.
Wow.
Nice jump. Nice jump. Crowd loves it too. Good stuff.
Little short hopper.
But like Mike's comment here is like, okay, well, this is free and good. Enjoy. This is free and good. Yeah, those are 2 good combinations that I'm looking for in entertainment.
Of course.
Free and good. Yeah, if this isn't good.
To be fair, I think we should be charging. This is the debate that we're having, right? Do we make CSL subscription model?
No doubt. Well, maybe one day. We're getting to the right level of camera gear and
equipment.
Expertise.
Yeah, I would agree.
Because that's always been the problem is if you do it, then you really got to do it right. You can't take any time off, you know.
If I'm going to be honest, I think we do it right. I won't say that we go live as many times. We're not all over Canada. We're not all over the U.S. anymore.
Yeah.
That's not because of desire, so to speak.
No.
It is more that everybody and their dog has now become a streamer.
Yeah.
Available everywhere.
Oh, he's going to need a real big shot here. He's got to like play this with low left.
Low left, 3 rails. Yeah. Maybe connect with the 4th.
And come short side on the 7. This is a really, really tough shot.
A tall task.
Oh, man. If he's going to shoot it right away, I'm surprised. I don't think so. I don't even know if the low left works missing the 8, you know?
Yeah, it could.
At the speed, you have to hit it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I played this shot against him at the Hui Memorial in November. I had an angle like this on the 1, and the only way to get back was to bank it. And so I just ripped the bank with draw, and
and nailed it.
And he was like excited. It was maybe one of the first times.
What a window to pick!
That was great.
Wow. Sorry, I cut you off.
I remember him like tapping on on his leg, like he was excited.
Yeah.
And then it was the first thing he talked about after the match. He's like, that shot was great. Like he loved it because I just went for it.
Of course. Well, you have to at that point.
Well, and it was the Hui Memorial. There was like 3 or 4 times I thought Hui would want me to just go for this bank, right?
Yeah.
Just rip the door down. What are you doing?
That's right. Yeah, Savannah Easton, she does stream all of her games.
I need a Canadian Jackalope Hunter shirt, yeah.
Yes, and definitely, quite naturally, Marvin, I think you get a little bit more comfortable with things over time. I remember the first time ever jumping on a mic, and I was just totally lost. I had no idea what to
just
say.
Weird, uncomfortable and weird. Yeah, awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a much different thing now. I thought he was going to come to the other side of the 9. Did he just misplay that, or?
Kind of let up on the stroke. Maybe the side pocket was a little worrisome for him.
Maybe he's okay here, but I think he should have had a much easier shot.
Yeah, this, I mean, typically as you work your way down the ball count to the 9 ball, you want the 9 ball to be as easy as it gets.
I'd rather be above it here than below it, though, so I'll give him that.
Oh, to the heart of the pocket.
That's a nice shot.
To the heart, that will do.
Good shot. They got a good-sized crowd in here. Come check it out if you're in person. Lots left in this match. Lots of seats around to watch. An awesome pool. Like, this has been an incredible tournament, full of so much great pool, so many great shots. We got C1 there with the jump shot. Good stuff. And thanks for everybody out there tuned in. Do us a favor, click that share button. That's all we're ever asking here at these free streams. So,
indeed,
you can do your part. Share it up.
Well, and if you haven't done it yet, make sure you give us a like and a follow either on Facebook, YouTube, or both. I'll tell you what, I think Steven is hunting for that 9-ball break.
You just have to send the cue ball into it.
That's
the
it.
Thing. Yeah, you're not like, you hope it goes in. Of course you hope it goes in.
Yeah.
But the real purpose of the break is to make the 1.
Well, and I think he's probably putting a little
like
more effort into making sure the cue ball does go across and into the 9 than worrying about, where am I going to be, other than keeping it as good as what you can because of that 2-ball floating.
And that's all you can do in this format is just try to get it into that 9, try to hope it's near the middle. Like, he got the bottom of the 9 this time.
Yeah.
And that's not what you want. You want the flat middle of the 9 like you did against Moore there and banked it in the side. Or you want a bit of the top side of the 9. You're more likely to be middle table.
Yeah.
Oh, he caught the horn on the push. Well, that's a big mistake.
Let's see how far ahead is the 2-ball.
That's a big, giant mistake, though, like from
Well, he's probably
really
not going to like his next shot.
No,
I think this is hit and stick. Use the 8.
I've never seen somebody catch the horn coming by the side on the push out before. That's shocking to me.
I think Big Red has left this available.
No, I think it's...
I think he can see that 2-ball.
Yeah.
Let's look at the body language.
He's got just enough cover,
If this is open, this is pretty au naturel to the 3.
Yeah, oh, you're right. He's cueing it like he's got it. Wow.
Oh,
This
my.
is like 3 mistakes in a row from these guys.
Fatigue, is this starting to become a factor?
Pressure, I think, is more than the fatigue. Yeah, because these guys are pretty used to playing long days, and it's not that long of a day yet.
It's been a long weekend. Yesterday was
but the weekend has been long. Yeah, of course.
A long day yesterday. Great shot. Comes across, and I believe 3 goes.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not.
Maybe
seems pretty skinny.
It off the
6.
6. Sometimes it'll just carry through off of it. Or does it just cut straight in? We're going to find out quick because he doesn't take messing around too much,
Yeah. Well, if he can straight cut it, fairly auto shape all the way up table for the 4.
Got to watch the 7. If it really is that thin, then it might not be easy to miss the 7 coming through.
Oh, he did.
Tried to force
play it off.
Yeah, so he tried to draw it because the draw will make the 3 catch follow. It didn't work out, but I think he definitely hooked Steven here. Steven's got to use the end rail and try to make the 3. At least the cue ball's kind of tracking up table a bit.
Oh, nicely done.
Oh, and look at
Wow.
the control of the cue ball to miss the 6. That's a beautiful shot.
Very nicely done.
This might be a big moment in the match that we remember, because a couple mistakes each in this rack. Like it had 4-4 on it, and now it's pretty open for Steven to get it to 5-3. Ronnie St. Onge, always the nice guy. Thanks, Ronnie.
Yeah, that's pretty kind of you, sir.
Okay, let's see. These connect pretty well. He'd rather not be straight in on this 5, because then the cue ball is going to be on the rail shooting a 6 next. So I wonder if he goes forward and uses the second rail to keep the cue ball out off the rail, or if he just stun it and take what you can get.
I think he's got a little angle. He might be able to draw just a touch.
Like punch it a bit.
Punch it in. Yeah, it goes
use
forward.
second.
Yeah,
I like that,
smart shot.
Yeah, now he's in the middle of the table. Way
Yeah.
easier to control the next shot.
Well, and you're playing into the shot line.
Yeah, right, exactly, into the line. And it never brought the 8 into play. That's why he went over there and looked just to make sure. And this race to 11, if you're just tuning into this final. The semifinals were race to 10. Final one race to 11 to find out who's going to be 2025 Canadian champ.
Well, and he's starting to, you could tell at the start of the match, like we spoke about, he still had a little bit of ampiness to him, and he seems to be settling in now, Steven does, coming off the high of winning against John Mora.
He does seem settled now. Yeah, you're right. I was a little worried about that for him, to be honest. He's been in that spot so many times, and I just get a little too amped, and it's hard to play good the next match.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and we saw that kind of in game 1 and 2. He took flyers at things that if he was in the state he's in now, I don't think he takes those flyers.
Oh, and he was like shooting quick, a bit quick a couple times, you know.
Nice shot.
Yeah, pretty to watch. Pretty smooth.
Starting to pad the lead once again is the young Steven Holem.
And they want to know, is he using a custom longer shaft? I don't think so. I think he's just got the extension. Little 2-incher on the back end of the cue there.
Yeah, the butt extension.
Yeah, just a small one.
Same one I play with.
Yeah. 5-3, race to 11 here.
And I'm surprised that with Big Red being as tall of a fellow as he is, that he doesn't have the extension on. I play with it on all the time.
I'm very surprised too. Like, and he's often gripping right at the back of the cue. So
just allows me to feel like I can get down into a good solid stance.
Sure, he's tried it. Sure, absolutely sure. Okay, these guys are just taking a quick little washroom break, I think.
Yeah. Well, let's give a shout out to two gentlemen that, in my opinion, deserve a ton of accolades, and that is Ira Lee. He is the inventor of the Predator Arena Light, as well as all the scoreboards that are now adorned in the lights here at the Leather Pocket. Spent an unhuman-like number of hours in the pool hall this week, getting all of the scoreboards up, systems put together, so on and so forth. So between Ira and James, and I apologize, I don't know James' last name, but he is the network guy here at the Leather Pocket, and they have done a phenomenal job getting everything put together in the short period of time that they had. Not sure yet there, Diana. Ben just walked away to go get a fresh drink while these guys are on break. But certainly with that arena light and the scoreboard system, so this scoreboard system is the first of its kind anywhere. And in my opinion, the light, bar none, single, hands down, the best. And if you ever get a chance to meet Ira Lee, ask him about the story of how he came up with the idea for the Predator Arena light. Pretty fascinating story. Ray, is that new flooring in the pocket? Not brand new. Fairly new, I guess, within the last couple of years, but they did have a flood, but they were able to reuse the same tiles. They had to pull a bunch of them all up to get all of the water out. And they were able to salvage and reuse the floor. That way they didn't have to redo the entire floor here. So a couple of inquiring questions. Ben Francis now back with us. How long ago was it that the floor was put in? This current one. It's been a couple of years, I think, since the entire floor was done.
Yeah, I want to say 6 to 8 years.
Oh, wow. It's been that long. Okay.
Yeah, like I think it's before COVID, right?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I thought it was a couple of years, but
No, before
haven't,
before COVID, pretty sure. Yeah.
And then Diana wants to know if you've used the tip extender.
Tip extender, no. No, I'm not into that.
No.
Because I want to shoot with the same tip I have, right?
Yeah.
I don't want a different tip.
Yeah.
That's no good.
Yeah.
I need
Well,
the Victory Soft specifically
right? And
worn into exactly where I like it, shaped perfectly. And,
yeah, I'll still
chalked
try
up
it,
nicely.
right? Because I'm curious. Does it have the same hit? Does it have the same, stiffness as what the carbon fiber has? Does it hit the same? Right? I don't know. I don't know the answers to the question, so I'd be curious to try it, just to try, so I have an educated response about it. But at this point, my extension goes on the butt of the cue.
Yeah. Yeah, the balance is a funny thing to mess with, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they were able to salvage a lot of it, Ray.
Never hit
Most
this
of it,
side.
actually.
Never hit this side of the room that we're watching.
Mm-hmm.
Flood just happened on the 7-foot side. Water never got over there. But the carpet looks nice, you're right.
It does look really nice. I'm a big fan of it.
You know what it is? It's the light and the good camera.
That's it.
It's the better camera that's making the carpet look nice.
Well, and these, you guys tell us, right? These are fairly, in fact, they're not fairly. They're brand new cameras put up this weekend. You tell us, do you like these cameras obviously better than the ones we were using prior?
Yeah. Well, this one here's got a nice feature anyway, like the PTZ that we had before. I like it already.
Yeah.
You can zoom around, watch some other stuff. That's important.
Yep.
Check out the room. You can see the crowd. You can, lots of different stuff. All right, we're back. Steven with the 9 in the side.
Oh!
No, it wasn't going.
It wasn't going.
No.
No.
Until it got kissed by the 7, it might have went off the small kiss.
Yeah,
but
might have had a chance.
looks perfect. He's been hitting this break really good.
Yeah, he
This
has.
is one thing I kind of knew with him was the rest of us were figuring it out, of course, but Steven's really figuring it out. And he's
Yes.
always been such a good student of the game. A very good practicer. He's just, he'll refuse to let it elude him,
Yes.
he just won't, well, guess what's
Very
going to happen
Corey
on the break.
Deuel-ish,
It's
right?
very calculated, figure it out mode, And we talk about it lots too,
Yeah.
So we'd be discussing it. Yeah, draw it more, draw it less, stun it. Break from over here, break from over there, whatever, right? Try to help each other.
Yep. Well, looking good here to pad the lead by 3.
Well, and you expect the quality of play to pick up a little in this final.
Yep.
Both these guys nervous, but once they settle in, I mean, these are the two finest players in Canada playing 9-ball. They've been in the final together before. They ain't messing around out there. These guys
No
are
doubt.
real good. They might run a couple of racks in a row on each other like we might see Steven do here, put a couple on him.
Yep. There's only one change that I think I'd like to see, and I think we go in just a little tighter on this view.
Oh, absolutely. I'm all for, like, I like it zoomed out a little bit. Like, I want to see the player a bit,
Yeah.
but I like it a little bit more zoomed
Yeah.
in. You know, you can just finagle it like this too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect.
That's perfect to me.
Yeah, I like it like that too. So if we both like it like that, then they probably like it like that too.
That's right.
So we'll just leave it there for now.
Yeah, I think it shows better, if you want my opinion. Just that extra little bit of vision on the table.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
And Steven looking really good here to pad the lead.
Such a good break. Straight back into the middle of the 9-ball. That's exactly what he's looking for. He made the 1 in the side, got a shot on the 2. Yeah, he's going to be tough to stop if he breaks like that because Orlofsson isn't quite breaking like that.
Yeah.
Orlofsson's hitting it good, don't get me wrong, but the 1 isn't going in the side quite as much, and the control, the cue ball into the middle of the 9 doesn't seem to be quite the same. I feel like these guys in Canada are getting better too, you know, like Red's always been good, but he's definitely getting better.
Well, and
We know Steven's getting better. He's still so young.
To be fair, it's one of the things I've got my heart set on in multiple different ways, right? With a few different opportunities that I've got. One being Jam Up, right? And my whole intended purpose with doing jamup.ca is specifically designed for Canadian players to be showcased like we deserve to be, right? No offense to anybody else, but Canada's here to play, and I wanna be a contributing factor into making sure that we look really good when we're doing that through Jam Up, and B, I've got my sights set on a few other things, and we'll see. I won't allude to what those are at this point, but trust me when I say there'll be good things to come.
He got a kiss there. So the cue ball got kissed right as it got to the side rail. And so it didn't go back into the 9. But if he was middle table, he might not love his shot anyway. So he might not hate being here. He can cut this and come around, or he can just play a nice, easy safety. I think I like the safety.
Banking the 2 straight up and down.
You could see he looked at it, hey?
Yeah.
He wants to get the 2 past the 3, which he does by a millimeter.
Yeah, leaked a little bit. Red's got a fairly simple kick and stick.
You know, he might be able to see this ball too. But yeah, I think I like the kick and stay behind these balls for sure.
And he kicks so well. It's the one thing I've seen that's been ultra consistent out of Big Red all weekend. He kicks like a mule.
He is very proficient at the kick shot. The guy does a lot of things really good, though.
He sure does.
I haven't seen him do too much wrong. Speaking of kick well, I played Steven in probably 100 matches, and the dude kicks so good. It's unreal. But I think he just let this one leak out through the gap. I think he can see this. And thanks, Jim. How old is Holem? I want to say 28. 26, 28?
26, 27, somewhere in there.
I know Joe Spence just turned 32.
Yeah, still a young fella. Lots of career left inside of Steven Holem.
Yeah, lots of these guys, like Joe too, you know, and even myself, like Poole, you can play well into, like, we watch Stan, you know, and watch Brady, and these guys are just so good. Edwin had a great tournament too, right?
Yeah, sure did.
And Poole is very much one of those games you can play well till you're, you know, in your 80s. And some guys just like peak when they're in their 40s and 50s, you know? And then it all just comes together. The knowledge finally reaches the skill, and they balance, and boom. Red looking pretty good here to stop the bleeding a bit, and he needs this
Yeah,
rack.
he needs to claw one back.
Down 7-3 to Steven, the way he's been breaking, would be very worrying. He's on the wrong side of the 6, though, I think a little bit, so he might have to take a bit of distance. No, he's going to jack up. So the 7 doesn't go by the 8 is what that tells me.
That's right.
Otherwise, he probably would have rolled that and just take what he could get, you know?
Yep. Well, I'm curious to know how many of our viewers are from Canada. What's the percentage? There's a specific reason why I'm asking.
David Wilson says Steven is 30. Man, these kids are just growing up.
I know,
before my
right?
eyes.
What
I
the
just
heck?
blink and they're all grown up.
I think I remember Steven 22, 23, kind of showing up in Calgary.
Yeah, right around
Lived
there.
with Steph and I for a little bit.
All right, Red. looking
Stopping the
good
bleeding.
there. Yeah, he needed that one. Big Red fans liked it too. We got a lot of viewers, so we might get a lot of comments.
That's good. I want to know.
That's good. That's the way we like it. Yeah.
There's a specific reason why I ask.
Yeah.
Well,
it's a
there we
Canada,
go.
yeah.
Now we're talking. Well, being that Canada's well represented on this live stream,
Yeah.
I've alluded, I think once, I'm going to say it one more time, that with Jam Up Apparel, we are looking at potential, it's in the talks right now, early stages, of doing a Jam Up Apparel Cross Canada pool tour. Be a team event, either 3 or 4 man team, added money, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, you see Red's cue ball's coming really high. He was doing that in the last match too. He said, I don't care. I'm just making the 1 in the side. He's like, I'm never getting a shot on the 2, but it's okay. I'm making the 1.
Yep.
That's important.
I
you
agree.
can try to send the cue ball into the 9 and just keep missing the 1. You look like an idiot.
Yeah.
So smart of him to recognize that although he's not getting exactly the results he wants, he's shooting.
Correct.
He's the one making the decision.
Well,
first.
let's
That's
be honest.
important.
Look at the table. It's all there for the taking. There's some, some work to be done. There's a little up and down and back and forth and so on and so forth. But he did have a good look at that too.
Yeah, long one, right? Long one. Tried to dial it up from distance with the safety, and he kind of left it near the pocket. You don't really want to do that too much. Where's Alex Walker? I was hoping he would comment where he's living now. We're in the 51st state, but what state is he in now? He said he's not the Montana jackalope hunter anymore.
That's a good one, Ben. We're in the 51st state.
But he said he's no longer Montana's jackalope hunter. So,
Well, no,
Washington.
I'll let you all in on another secret. I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but there is another bigger event that I'm looking to bring to Canada this year. I won't say who or what yet, but got to make sure I can dot all the I's, cross all the T's, get the work done.
More events is always good.
And it's a gooder. I'll tell you that.
I know.
Yeah, you know. You do know.
Wait, you know? Oh, you do know. Yeah.
Brian Francis says, I'm in the 12th state.
This Red looking good here.
Yeah.
To get this to 6-5.
Claw back.
There
a little
was
back and forth.
There was a rack he played in the last match. He had ball in hand on the 3. I look back, I say 5 words to somebody. Back at Red's table, he's shooting the 8. It was pretty great.
I love
it. It was within 30 seconds for sure that he got from the 3 to the 8.
Yeah. He wastes no time.
Stopped dead in his tracks here a little bit, trying to decide, does he shape the 6 in the side pocket? Stay above it for the corner, and I like this.
Yeah, I do too.
Although,
yeah, he's
not
got a
when
little
you play
funny,
it
but
like that.
he can go straight across and punch into the 8 if he wants to. Catch the top side, you'll have good angle.
I wonder if he just goes forward, soft play the 7
Yeah,
in the
could.
same
Same.
pocket.
Go forward and play it in the side.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was nice and easy. He had a better line on that than I thought.
Yeah. Whatever happened to the Canada-U.S. border battle event? I think that's still going on, no?
No.
Out in...
like the APA one
yeah,
or something.
in
but there was
Niagara Falls.
There was a different one. I think I know which one Andy's talking about. Like, had Elaine Martell in it, and that was it was like a pro battle. Yeah. 6-5. Big Red clawing another one back. Why is he nicknamed Big Red?
He is...
it's pretty self-explanatory nickname for him.
Yeah, he's a tall fella, 6'4", I believe. And he likes his
he's red. He's a ginger.
redheaded ginger, and his shirts are red.
Yeah.
And
he wears the shirt, I think, to fit the name.
oh, of course,
right?
of course.
Well, and it's a Sunday red.
It is a big red T-shirt or a big red shirt.
I love when the nickname is just self-explanatory. Why is he Big Red? Because he's big and he's
a ginger.
red.
Yeah, redheaded ginger.
He's big and red.
Yeah. And maybe the camera doesn't quite show it, but he is 6'4", if my memory is correct.
Just watching him play from closer up, I'm like, how does he make any balls? Why doesn't his back hurt a lot?
Right?
Oh, there's
What
the
is the
difference. He
trick?
didn't make
Look
the
at
one, but he
this.
got a little away with it. Does the 2
Oh,
cooperate?
No,
I think it actually did. Look,
well,
let's
it's
see
not
the
bad.
overhead.
Yeah, 2-5 combo.
I bet it's like almost dead.
Oh, it's dead.
Oh,
Dead wired up.
it's real dead. But can he get above it? Look how much angle he has on the 2. Or the 1, rather. He'd have to spin around, I think. Maybe this low, some inside.
Well, I'm pretty sure.
Ooh, we had just enough viewers to get a paid girl in there. Yeah. You watch, they'll start firing away on there now.
Yeah.
That's a good sign. That means we're killing
That
it.
means we are.
Yeah.
We're up and at 'em, but you got to be pretty quick.
Yeah.
To get by the eyes of myself and Ben Francis.
Yeah, that's right. This person is now banned. That's why we had to change the YouTube to subscriber-only chat.
Correct.
And even then, it didn't work for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Tiger, he always wears red on Sunday. How did he end up below it like this? What happened there?
Yeah.
Did he try to...
Yeah, I'm not sure where.
oh, he did that intentionally.
Yeah.
That's where he wanted to leave it. So he's got something in mind here. Safe underneath the 7, I guess. Nice and soft. Under the 7. Looks pretty good. That's a good touch there, Big Red.
4 1/4 inch pockets, I believe, on these 9-foot tables.
I think they're 4.5.
Are they 4.5?
Yeah, and I think the sides are 5. No Alex this year. That's right. We didn't get Alex. He's chasing that 9 ball, or hay ball, I should say.
Yeah.
Chasing that hay ball.
Chasing that hay ball cash.
That's where the big money is. I mean, when you're a pool player, you go where the money is. That's where the real money is.
Mm-hmm. We are on YouTube, indeed. Simultaneous.
Yeah. We're doing both. We made sure Rod was not live this weekend.
Yes.
So we got to do Facebook, too.
Yeah. Indeed, Paul. The big stick. Again, another tall fellow of pool. He cut that straight and found the side pocket. Even with the miss on the side, that too wasn't going.
Yeah, not only did he miss the ball, but worst case scenario here. It's all about the 5 to the 6, but you favor, he's got ball in hand.
Well, you
get
favor
where he
him to
needs
get
be,
out,
right?
yeah.
And he's going to get exactly where he needs to be to get to the 6.
Correct.
If he didn't have ball in hand here, well, now it's a little tougher to get the proper angle on the 5. Just out near middle table here. He's using the second rail. He's going into the ball.
What? I think that was not the plan.
One thing I have seen with Steven is, like any player, I mean, you start to come back on them, they tighten up a little bit. He's very much human. You know, he had a 6-3 lead, now it's 6-5, and things start to get a little worrying, right? You're not just free rolling the guy anymore.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely going to be in the back of his head. Maybe more towards the middle now. And if he doesn't win this one, it'll be at the forefront of his mind.
Oh, he made a great shot there. Really great shot. And he got a nice little bounce off that side rail, so now he's not going to be on the rail when he shoots a 7. He can go forward here off 2 rails, I think, is what he's going to do. Because I think stunning this ball with the power stun to get the little bounce is not ideal.
Yeah, they tend to rattle a bit, but
with the smooth follow.
Steven is that young, fearless, fire it in type of fella.
Yeah, he really is. We've seen him like do some crazy things from here with the power draw or something too. You never know.
Well,
I like the going forward there.
Yeah, that was nice.
That was the right play.
We had John Mora, who fooled both me and Jimmy White. Slammed a ball into a pocket that we thought there's no way that you could make it straight into.
Way. And you find a way. David Harding from the UK. You know, I was thinking about you, David, because all the spectators I saw this weekend, like some players that I haven't seen for a while, and I thought,
yeah, where's David? If
David was around, you know, he would have been here for sure. There's no way he wouldn't have been here.
Yeah, did you move back, or are you just back on a vacay?
Nice out there from Steven. 7-5. Opens
Indeed.
up that lead again. He's inching closer to the title. Pretty cool little
run for a
trophies that Steph had made this year.
Yeah, they're great.
Little like glass plaques that are shaped like a Canada flag, like a Canada maple leaf, I should say. One for the winner, one for the runner-up. Laura Berg wants to know who knocked more out. You're looking at him. Steven beat him in the last round 10-7. Up 9-7, he golden breaks to win the match. Cue ball goes straight into the 9 and banks it in the side. Ooh, look at this break. This has got the looks of 8-5. Steven with the break figured out. It's no surprise he's made it to the final of this tournament. Coming across them real nice. So it's all about the 3 to the 4 here. I think the 5 is easily accessible after the 4. But this 3 ball, you see he wants to draw all the way back because he doesn't want to be dealing with the 6 when he shoots the 3. So he took a chance there. Didn't get it. He might go for the jump cue. He might just play a soft kick. Yeah, he's playing the soft one. He tried to get under the 6. He shot that pretty quick for the difficulty level, I think. Oh, David, hope you're doing well, pal. Take care of Mom first, that's right. Oh, he did have enough to thin that one in. I wasn't sure. Just enough. Held the cue ball nice. Oh, he's coming all the way around here. Look at this. bumps the 5, and he's just okay. That seemed a little brave. I thought the 5 passed the 6, and he could just go 2 rails to the short side of the 5, but maybe it didn't. Maybe it didn't pass, and he had to come all the way around like that. It's a pretty good shot. Checks this one over nicely. And get the cue ball to middle table here and play the 7 next. Oh, he's going to lose it a bit. That's a way, way further away than he wanted to be. And under pressure, you don't want to be shooting too many long ones like this. A bit touchy. He's going to use an extra rail. I like that, using the 4 rails there, because if you just try to slow roll that, you can miss the 7 sometimes. That's a good shot. And another long one. He's still going to be careful here. Job's not done. And now the job is done. He got good on this 9 ball. He won't be missing this. Get this to 7-6. These gents are giving us a great final. The crowd out there appreciating what they're seeing too. A big thanks to Lackno for having these tables playing absolutely perfect. I've heard nothing but good things about them. Shout out to Tony with Lackno. My man Nick, I just saw him in here. Nick's Q Innovation. He's just hanging out. Probably sitting there watching this match from nearby. And thank you, Angela. And everybody else out there tuning in. Do me a favor, guys. Click that share button. We got some left in this match, but can you believe an hour and 20 minutes in, they're at 7-6. The pace of play is great. From a pool fan's perspective, this is very nice pace. So red, he hasn't made the one in the side, but he did make a ball. Just going to get the magic rack out of there. The perfect rack. Thank you to Chris Bartha with the perfect racks. We order some new ones every year. These are great. You can get them personalized with your logo on them. So we got them with the leather pocket logo on them. I think this is just a safety. Be a lot to cut this in. Oh, he's played this really, really nice. That is such a great shot. That is way harder to do than what he made it look from 9 feet away. Hit it that precise. Very good. He's going to leave a little kick shot for Steven here. He's going to come off the end rail, kick at this one at speed. Trying to get the cue ball to separate, which he got. Almost underneath the 3. It's leaked out. Red's got a shot here at the 1, a long one, but if he gains position on the 2, you put him a big favor to tie this match at 7. I thought he would shoot that in the corner. You know what? Took a bit of a risk there coming around, and now he's got another tricky shot jacked up over this 4 ball. I love how he just gets to work. You know, super tough shot. Some people just take forever on that. He just gets down and shoots it. I love that. Tim Bristow. Is it the first year Canadians do a single elim stage? You know, I'm not really sure. I don't think so. I think they've done it before. But definitely, I really like this format because you can extend the race a little bit. Like we did in the semifinals and the final here. I kind of like that. I think the players like it too. Okay, he just takes the stop shot. A little bit longer, 8, but you got to bet on yourself when you're as good as this guy. Not much to do with the cue ball here either, so should be okay. Yeah, nice shot. And this 9-ball for 7-7. What a match we got going here. Giving us everything we came to see. Crowd loves it out there. Who wouldn't love it? We had 64 players start the event this week. Down to the last 2. It's number 2 and 4 on that list. Yeah, Tim, we needed some Quebec players, man. We didn't get any. Steph's question's very valid. Just a little view of the room here and the new scoreboards. And my favorite part of that picture is actually the jerseys in the background. You can see we hang the jerseys up in the rafter, the one on the left. Previous owner of Leather Pocket, Len Sabitny, passed away a couple years ago. We miss him dearly. He would have loved this pool. Look at this 9-ball in the side. Oh, man. Yeah, Len would have loved this. Len would have loved having all these great players here. He would have loved that there's such a great crowd out there watching, too. And he would have been sitting right there with a great seat watching this. And, of course, Huey up there. You know, he would have been front row watching this, too, sipping a Coors Light. Wow, what a turnaround. What a turnaround. Looked like Steven was going to catch a gear, and now with the golden break, who knows what can happen. Yeah, Grant comes back. It's like 3 racks have passed somehow. Yeah. And you're welcome for the stream, Don. Thank you for tuning in. Everybody else tuning in.
What happened?
Appreciate you all. Yeah, you got a golden one. Red got one in the side pocket. Just cut it right in there. Yeah. We don't mind a couple quick racks, right?
Of course. But I think we want to see Hill.
Yeah, Magic 9 and didn't celebrate. Well, it wasn't on the hill, you know, when you're when you make it to win a match against a top player.
Completely different scenario. It's funny because that's what took me so long to get back here, is talking to John Moore about that.
Yeah.
He's so good now.
It takes time.
Yeah.
It takes time. Hurts for everybody.
Well, here we go again.
You're quick with those, though. Yeah, that's good. From all live streams. Okay, a little safety. He's going to be successful. All he's got is the end rail here to kick at this one. It's certainly not easy. Don's back in Alberta.
Don't take away my fun.
Who won last year? Good question. John Mora. That was the guy we were just talking about.
Indeed.
It's going to spin, try to make this one.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he couldn't get behind it. So the other alternative, he tried to make it, but the cue ball goes up there, you know. Worked out pretty good.
It sure did. He might maybe have the shine of the 1-ball. He's going to have to shave that real thin.
Yeah, and where do you hide?
Yeah.
Behind the 9, there's not much else for cover there, you know. Maybe the 6 covers the 1.
Maybe
you're going to put it over the hole. Yeah, I
try
like
to
this, kick it.
Go underneath the 6 with the 1.
I like this. Just kick it in. So
yeah,
that's a big ball to kick in,
it.
and the 2's right there.
Yeah.
Just because you can see the ball doesn't mean you got to shoot directly at it, you know?
I'd like to see him hit this with a little pace just to clear the 6 after.
Yeah, he hammered it. This is the problem, though. A little bit heavy Chevy. Look out. 7-ball. Don't cover it.
He's good.
Beautiful shot.
Yeah, well done. And he's going to have to play another gooder.
Yeah, he needs
this is
one
thin.
more touchy one, and then it should be okay. But
Got to watch this 4-ball sticking its nose in the game.
That was some kind of shot. Kick that at speed like that with the draw. That was really nice. Well played.
See if he goes and digs down into this and hits this with some pep, just like this. Clear that 4.
Oh, he's got the gap. He's got the gap.
Yeah, had to negotiate the traffic a little bit.
No, he didn't negotiate it.
He
crashed
didn't.
into it.
He did, but he got a little fortunate. I've said it before. Fortune favors the brave. Got to slow down here.
He's okay. Yeah, looked like he was going to tuck up on that 7.
Yeah,
but, no.
yeah. Well, one more.
He wants
one
the
more
cue ball.
touchy little shot
Wants
here.
the cue ball cleaned. Yeah. He had a big skid in the last match against Mora. Or actually against Brady in the previous match to that. The ball skidded so bad. It still went in, and he just looked at Brady, said, "You mind if I clean the white?" And I laughed so hard, I thought, if he's playing me, he calls it the cue ball. But because he's playing a snooker player, he called it the white. Just like perfect gentleman, you know.
Right?
It was a good one.
Well, if he can manage the shape here, the rest is fairly elementary.
Yeah, even the 6 to the 7, though, is not that much of a walk in the park. This is a bit of work here. Nice rack to try to get this to 8-8, you know?
Yeah.
A little pressure on him.
See, in my brain was saying 8-8 was Hill, but it's not.
It's not even
It
close.
is a race to 11 for the final.
It's really not even close.
It's
to
not,
Hill.
yeah.
You can see him taking his time because this is a big
Oh,
shot.
this is the moment right here.
Yeah, and he knows it.
Right, and again, as we've stated earlier in prior broadcasts, later mistakes get magnified.
Oh, he actually went and got himself a water. That's how much he was taking his time. I thought,
Yeah.
I'm like, did I just see Red go to the bathroom? And
Well,
yeah, it was because he thought, well, if you're taking a break, I'm gonna
Of
take a break
course,
too.
yeah, big moment. Right, and I can respect it. Right, late stage of the match.
I can too, but here's the only problem I have. Like, and Jason Kishnu did this in the match against Vargas. Was Vargas missed the 8-ball Hill, and then Jason went to the bathroom.
Yes.
But
I think that's a different moment because the 8 was fairly easy.
No, but
and it just finished the game, 8-9, done.
Even if it's not, so you play one safe, the guy, you know, whatever. Like, it's not going to take long.
Yeah.
But in my thought, even with this,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with Steven going and getting the water.
Yeah.
But you should be training yourself to be playing, like, TV matches.
Yeah. Yeah,
Can you do
true
that?
enough.
Can
yeah.
you do that in a TV match?
Yeah, true.
Can you go to the bathroom when the guy misses the 8? Definitely not.
No. No.
But can you even go and get the water and take 3 minutes to shoot that ball?
Yeah, and you know
No.
what? I can respect that. Finish out the rack, then go do your thing.
Oh, yeah. And so even for Steven here, I don't mind him going and getting the water and taking a second because that's a big shot. And maybe something distracted him. Who knows?
Yeah.
But you do, at some point, just have to try to play every match like it's like the final of the World 9-ball you're on TV, right?
Well, and so maybe we adopt that
acclimate.
into rules if we do this again.
very
That no
possible.
breaks during a game.
Yeah, nothing during the game, yeah. Yeah.
That would have helped sped up that match in the corner.
It goes without saying, though, is the problem, you know. But there's a lot of rules like that in pool that we unfortunately have to tell the players about. Otherwise, they manipulate it a little bit.
Indeed.
But, yeah, I think, yeah, not during a game, the break. Unless emergency. He's going to stay underneath this one. No, he's coming up
coming on
above, but
top.
look
A
out.
little rub.
Oh, you hit it perfect. How good is that? How good is that to just miss the side and the 7? Like, that was fraught with danger.
It was. Got a little rub on that 7 going by it. Not enough to do anything, though.
Yeah, and exactly. If it's on the rules, can't really say it's not okay. But the thing is, I'm always trying to – it's why I don't practice with headphones on.
Yeah.
Because it's a part of a lot of rules, you know. So it's kind of like, well, maybe I shouldn't get used to playing with headphones in.
Yeah.
Just like I shouldn't get used to taking a bathroom break in the middle of a rack. Should get used to just
agree.
getting the job done.
Well, I
'cause you
mean, if
can't
the
rely on
goal
that
is
all the time, right?
if the goal is to, take pool to the next level, then let's placate to the rules, the strategy, the gentleman stuff
Yeah.
that you see during broadcasts.
Exactly, yeah. And
during
I think
TV
you
too.
nailed it too with the gentleman thing. You still have to play the game with some integrity,
Yeah.
You don't want to be like stalling your opponent all the time, but you do got to gather yourself. He did well there to gather himself, and now he's tied it at 8. What a super final we got going on here.
Indeed.
Epic stuff. I love it. Let the guy get a drink. I just like to bring up a couple things, and it was the Jason thing with the bathroom at 8-9. The water here,
well,
that's
and then
not a big deal.
The 4 other bathroom breaks in that match prior to.
That's why.
From both players.
That's why it was. If that was his first break, no problem. But no, it was like the 4 before that. Yeah, it was just no good. How about the wearing a hat? Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Well, you've been known, right, to more wear the hat than not.
Play without
But
it,
either
no
which way, I
problem,
don't
too.
think
Yeah, it's
really
not-
bothers you either way.
I don't really see it. Is the thing, like when
Yeah.
when you're shooting, it's not there. So whether it's there or not doesn't really change anything. And I wasn't like trying to be hard on Steven or anything. I think a few people took that the wrong way.
Yeah, of course.
Shout out for Cameo though. He's having the 4th annual Moses Capo Memorial Tournament next year, June 21st weekend. They're gonna have $15,000 added for the men's division and $10,000 added for the women's division.
Wow.
That's in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. And Cameo, you'll see me there.
Yep.
I'm booked that weekend off already.
Yeah. There is a full-time ref here. Just
And
so
it's-
you're aware.
And it's too bad that I couldn't make it this weekend, last weekend. But I'm sure you understand it is a very busy time of year with this event going on, so I just unfortunately couldn't make it. What a break there from Steven. Can you believe this? What a look you got here to get to 9.
That's one he'll want to bottle up.
The rules are being followed, Barry. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Yeah, I think don't misquote what Ben and I are trying to do.
Yeah,
We're simply
everybody,
spitballing and trying to
Just
improve the game.
They take it way out of
I
context.
know, right?
And just Barry loves to be the one to like say, "Hey, why don't you guys have a full-time ref?" And
Well, there is a full-time ref.
And I know, and he's just because he wanted it to be all ball fouls and all this, whatever. If CBSA would like to provide us a full-time referee to watch every game on every table and pay them
Well,
out
it
of
wouldn't
their
be
pocket.
a full-time ref. It would be
Yeah.
a staff of referees.
Exactly. So, I think Barry's that might be Barry's last comment about the ref and the rules. The tournament has ran flawlessly
Yeah.
without a hitch. I think Grant got called to ref like a total of 5 times.
Yeah, 6 maybe.
Yeah. So
6 times.
to pay a referee every day would have been,
Yeah.
maybe not the best use of the added money.
Well, that's what it boils
Nonetheless,
down to, right?
Steven looking great here to
He
get
sure
this
is.
to 9-8. Ooh, shout out to me. I like that one. Chat Time Canada. Shout out to Ben Francis, #1 player in Calgary. I'm going to take one out of John Schmidt's book here and say I might be the best player in, Northeast Calgary.
Uh-oh. Did he get there? I think
No.
he is.
You think so?
I think he's there on the 7 just.
Maybe only just. Looked like he was coming up way short, right?
Yeah. Jason, more importantly, figured out McDonald's coffees is better than Tim's. I do not concur with that statement, sir. That agreement was not reached. We could say that about Starbucks, because Starbucks, in my opinion, is on the bottom of the list. So,
You know what? I had like a little Starbucks when I was in Vegas, and you're right. It's not very good.
it is not. No,
I
not my
don't
favorite.
think he stays short side on this one. You know why? Because he missed one like that before.
Yeah.
Against Mora, he missed the short side 9-ball. I don't think we'll see him get short side on the 9 ever again.
Nope.
Maybe not for 2 more years.
Did get a little fortunate there with the rub,
Yeah, very much so.
but he's there.
He's okay. This for 9-8. Big shot. Still got to make it.
Yeah, he's done the hard work. Now you got to cap it off.
You can see he just takes an extra second. Give it the be sure. Drains it.
Indeed.
What a great match. This is super
Oh,
to
it's a
watch.
slugfest between these two. And I think I predicted correctly. There was never, at this point, never more than a 2-game lead by any one of them.
That's right. It was always going to be close. We thought maybe 11-8, but now it looks like maybe 11-10. Could we see a hill for the championship?
I want to see, and I'm sure everybody else would love to see, a hill battle.
That would be so great. Yeah, no more short side 9 balls for 2 years, Mason. That's right. You kind of never let those ones go, right? He wins this tournament, he'll still remember that shot. He missed one against Mora, you know. Gonna be sweating that one a bit. Ooh, it's the one-arm bandit watching from Hamilton. You're welcome, sir. Thank you for tuning in. Let's watch this cue ball going into the 9. He's got it going into that 9 nicely. One misses this time, but
Yeah, held up.
he makes another ball.
Well, being that close to the pocket, Ben, I think he does try to make the one here off the rail.
He's not passing this one because the 2 is very available from making the 1.
Although the 9 does play big here.
Yeah, it does, but I don't think the push is there. Like, where do you push against such a good player? So
there's
you have
nowhere.
to take these on. Yeah, you do have to take those on.
I think the make was just as hard as playing any kind of push out or safety play.
He's going to be bothered he didn't make that. He's going to be bothered, but he got second prize. Red's going to have to kick this ball in.
Yeah, with some
right
pace.
side rail.
Yeah.
Yeah, with pace, exactly. You can't just pot this one and be behind the 6-3. So you got to kind of hammer it.
Yeah.
Which makes judging the angle double tough. Yeah, having Jim Weich in the booth was a nice touch this week.
Of course, yeah.
Oh, he hit it good, but it's not going to
Doesn't
work
get
out.
the reward this time.
Well, and this might be a big moment here, Steven.
Yeah, it could
Chance
get to the
on
hill.
Yeah.
Little forward right-hand spin, I would tend to think. Come to the right side of the 9 ball. Yeah, 2-3 still challenging. This isn't over yet.
That touch of inside spin made that shot real tough, and he might be coming up a bit short here. Did it creep around like the last rack?
I think he's got it. He's
flirting.
around it.
He loves to flirt with this
Oh,
9
he's
ball.
well around it. I'll give you the overhead so y'all can see he's there.
Sure loves to flirt with this 9 ball in the way. Let's see if he does it again. It's definitely in play here.
Going short to the left side,
Not
or at least
flirting with it this
attempted.
time. So this shot is important because the 7 doesn't pass the 8, I don't think.
Is he playing a combo here?
No, I think the 3 goes. Can we see the overhead for a second?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's got lots of room. And he's not taking too long. So
Yeah, he got down into it pretty quick.
But this position was important because the 7 certainly doesn't pass the 8.
Yeah.
I've been proven wrong before, like one time, long time ago.
Yeah.
But
You know, I was almost auto answering. Yeah.
you're
yeah,
just like, yeah, that's right, yeah.
That was good. You caught me an auto
Hey,
answer.
you're my yes man.
Right.
Hey, look at this. 485 on the YouTube. It was 485 on the Facebook at the same
Wow.
time. Yeah, pretty good.
It's pretty
You
decent.
guys could do a little better, though. Click that share button. We got like at least one more rack after this one. It might only be one more. How good is
Yeah.
that shot?
Right? Let's get 1,000 combined. That would be great.
He deserves it. They both deserve
Oh,
it. They've
they
had a fantastic
completely
tournament,
do.
but
Yep.
Steven, with these 3 balls to get on the hill, he's looking like he's in total control.
Little check.
That's a good shot. He's going to play the 8 on the right side next, I believe.
Yeah, I
Plays
tend to
pretty
think
natural.
he's going to play this 2 rails, not try to hold it.
Yeah, he'll use the side rail a bit because he can take a little cut on the 9. He doesn't need to
Yeah.
be straight.
Yeah. Just to lengthen that out a little bit.
Oh, he's perfect.
Oh, yeah.
He's in
Dead
full
perfect.
control, and red is in big trouble.
Yeah, there's $4.99, David, on Facebook and $4.85
Well, they must
on
have
YouTube.
shared or something because there's 500 now. Let's go. All right.
Indeed, Stephen on the hill.
Yeah, we haven't seen a 10 yet in the scoreboards except when they won. So
And with the break and the chance to claim title, close escrow.
somebody liked my comment earlier. Like, is it actually winning the Canadian title if you didn't beat Alex? It
Yes,
is. It still
because
is.
Alex didn't show.
And the field was incredible. For those who didn't know, we had such a stacked field. Alex didn't come, but he did the next best thing and sent us a whole bunch of his swag.
Yep, exactly.
And so
Well, we're
we
close.
used it to add money to the tournament. We used that. Okay, this could be it.
This could be it.
Watch the
Final
9.
rack.
No, just kidding. He's not making the 9 to win another match. It can't
No,
happen.
he played that card already.
Oh, look at this. 8 in the game. No,
No.
it clears the way. Does the 2 go
Oh,
on the low right?
I think it does.
This could be it. This could be it. He's
This-
got a shot for sure at the 2 into that pocket where the 6 is.
Yep. Is this the beginning of the end?
This is a tricky shot because he needs to get on the correct side of the 3 to get back for that purple 4.
Yeah,
See,
that's the
what-
side
and
right
he
there.
recognizes right away. Sometimes you can get a little blinded by the pressure.
Of
And
course.
just get straight in on the 3.
Yeah.
When really you got to get a little past it.
Even straight in on the 3 wouldn't be terrible. You can draw to the short side of 4. Goes past the 8.
Carrie wants us to show the bracket. Unfortunately, you don't have like a
Yeah, we don't have
graphic
a
of it,
link
but
to it. Yeah.
it's easy to find. Digital pool. Oh, he hit it perfect.
Yeah.
He's absolutely perfect on this ball. Digital pool, it's under the 2025 Canadian Championships. And then you can check it out. Scroll through, see how they got here. There's 2 stages, so keep that in mind. Kind of 2 different brackets. 64 players started. We're down to 2. It's looking like we might be crowning a champion in a few short minutes here. Steven with a nice look. One more good shot away, really.
Well, it's all there for the taking. The fate is in his own
And
hands.
thank you, David. There's the bracket there. We caught that one a little thick. You see him stay down an
Yeah.
extra second. He thought maybe he might have missed it, but no, it's in clean. He's real
And-
good on this 4.
Yeah, one more decent positional shot. Do you go below the 9, Ben?
Yeah, I think you have to because
Yeah,
the
just to
windows.
Take the
Yeah.
traffic out of the equation.
But it would be nice to just get the window between the 7, 9 like this. Yeah, and now the path from the 6 to the 7 is nice and
super
natural,
easy.
you
Yeah.
know, off 2 rails, bottom rail, left side rail.
Well, we'll see if he can hold the nerves. A coveted title for the top Canadian players. Money is secondary, but it's still a good payday. $7,020 first place prize to go along with the title.
And according to CBSA, maybe, if possibly, a spot in the World 9 Ball next year. No guarantee. Maybe, if possibly. Those are the words
If there's
I'm
a
using.
spot given, I think we're the
It's like a, yeah, we'll see what happens kind of thing.
yeah.
But it'd be nice to see Steven get a spot in that
Yeah.
and get a chance to represent his country. I know how proud he is to be a Canadian, and he would represent with pride. He's coming for the side. I don't know.
That's a touch over hit, but
He's got the corner still.
the corner pocket coming
But
to the
look,
rescue.
he's looking at the side, but I think he's going to recognize in a minute.
Yeah,
that
you
the corner is a
got to
better
play that
shot.
to the corner.
He's very good at recognizing these things, though.
Yeah.
Like, if the corner is the right shot, he won't chicken out and cut it in the side.
Yeah.
If the corner is the correct shot, play the correct shot.
Yeah, I think he's been the bridesmaid, Laura, but never the bride in the Canadians.
I know he's won the 8-ball, 10-ball. I do think he has won the 9-ball.
Has he won the
too.
9? I thought he was the bridesmaid.
But
I could be wrong,
We'll find
and I'm
out.
willing to be.
We'll find out in a minute because I'll ask him. Pumps
It is in,
No nerves in that shot.
right?
He just looked like he was fired up to win. This is what I touched on at the beginning is this guy can get a little fired up to see the finish line where some people get a little nervous. He loves it.
Well, he's coming to the left side. I kind of like the right side myself, but this is why he plays on that side of the camera, and I sit on this side.
I think nice and simple is what he's looking for here. And, yeah, just keep it around the left side pocket. Don't have to do too much more than that.
Yeah, true.
He doesn't want to come across the line.
Oh, a little close, and he's there.
Perfect. He's perfect.
I think we have our winners.
He's not
our
celebrating
winner.
yet, but you know inside
Oh,
he is.
he is 100% going, I got this.
Gotta stay down, finish the job. Listen for the applause.
Wow. What a performance by the young Stephen Holem.
Nicely done. That was actually probably the best match I saw the whole tournament from both gentlemen.
Completely agree.
Very few mistakes and just some really epic play, you know?
Canadian men's 9-ball champion Stephen Holem, 11-8
And
over Eric Horlefson.
big shout out to Red. Big Red, what a great tournament.
Indeed.
Man, the guy looks just a little tougher to play every time I watch him. And nice to see him making the trip up to Calgary again and putting us to the test.
Indeed. Well, we'll leave the stream on for a little bit. We'll see if they're going to do any kind of trophy presentation, which I would imagine that they will do. See if I can back this out a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's as far as she
That's
goes.
it, eh? Maxed out.
So we'll see where they're going to give out the trophies, if they're going to give out the trophy.
Yeah, maybe I'll give Steph a chance to go do that at the stream table.
I think so. I think that's the appropriate thing to do. So we'll keep the cameras rolling. We'll let you see it. The crowning of a new champion. And pretty fantastic job by everybody involved. Huge shout out to the Leather Pocket, all the staff. Got to give Steph Toy also the shout out. Really smoothly done, smoothly run tournament. Congratulations to her as well. Job well done. And of course, the other shout outs we have to give Ira Lee and James for helping getting everything set up. And of course, our guest commentator, Jimmy Weich. And I got to give a shout out to Mr. Ben Francis.
Well, thanks to you too, Grant. You put in a lot of work, not just on the stream, but helping with the scoreboards and the internet. And it's all a lot of work, you know. And I know it's not always
Yeah, there was a few late
smooth, but
late days or early mornings, whatever you want to call them. But
I know I appreciate it, and I know the players really appreciate it, and the fans really appreciate it. And it takes a lot of people to make these tournaments run smooth, so you're a big part of that this time. You see Steph there, big shout out to her. She did an epic job.
Ran
as
it
always.
smooth as butter.
Smooth. So smooth. Everyone over there congratulating Steven. They're going to hand out the prize money and the trophy, so just hang out for a minute if you want to watch.
Indeed.
But thanks, everybody, for tuning in.
Looks like they're setting those trophies up over here, so we'll get the camera a little jiggity.
Picture time.
And I love the new cameras. I'm so happy that we got that figured out on Friday night. Stayed late after everybody had gone home and got everything done. Big Red.
He's big and he's red.
Second place prize. Great showing from Eric Horlifson. Taking home second place prize, $4,000. Pretty decent payday for the weekend's work. And a big shout out to Sonia. She is one of the owners here at Leather Pocket. And of course, Jim Jutsey, the other owner. Big congratulations to both of them. And of course, thank you to everybody that tuned in, joined us all weekend long. We really appreciate it. If you haven't done so, make sure you go onto our Facebook page. Give us a like and a follow. The next major for us is the Canadian Ladies Championships coming up in September. Mark it on the calendar. And once again, your 2025 Canadian Men's 9-ball champion, Mr. Stephen Holem. Job well done. Trophy out. I'm heading out on behalf of myself, Ben Francis, and the rest of the Q Sports Live team. We thank you so much for hanging out with us all weekend long. Once again, give us a like and a follow on our social media, either Facebook or YouTube. That way you're notified each and every time that we go live. We thank you so much for tuning in. We will catch you here live in September for the Canadian Women's Championships. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great night. We'll see you on the flip side.